Well, he's one of the most influential oil men in the world. Continental Resources founder Harold Hamm is credited with helping restore America as an energy superpower.
And he talked with our Robin Marsh about the high school project that put him on that path. Robin joins us now in studio with more.
Well, good evening, everyone. Harold Hamm tells me it was part luck, part destiny. His success is chronicled in his new book called Game Changer. Born into poverty, I take the billionaire back to his home in Lexington, Oklahoma, and it's an interview you'll see only on News 9. He calls himself unconventional, even a contrarian. Harold Hamm has been in the forefront of America's energy journey. It's been a vision filled with determination, ingenuity, true grit, and a dream higher than the skies of downtown Oklahoma City.
It inspired me.
Harold Hamm says the oil giants of the past helped pave his destiny.
And perhaps I could be like J. Paul Getty, Frank Phillips, Bill Scully, all those wonderful people that I'd read about. And so it excited me as a young man to no end.
Hamm's life story is now featured in his new book, recently released, Game Changer. What's in this room?
Oh, this is the room where I did a lot of the writing.
Wow. The Continental Resources founder gave us exclusive access into what he calls his war room. Inside these walls, Harold Hamm chronicles his life and his 50-plus year mission to make America energy independent.
A lot of the people at that time wasn't aware of what we were doing with horizontal drilling.
A man who has made headlines around the world. What goes through your mind, honestly, when you hear you're one of the 100 most influential people in the world and then you see it?
Well, you just don't let it go to your head.
He's advised presidents, heads of states.
I've had a couple meetings with Netanyahu, and last time I talked with him, I spent 45 minutes. He spent 45 minutes with me.
And energy policy makers.
I just finished reading a great book by Harold.
Even you take Harold Hamm,
On Game Changer.
a true wildcatter.
He said it's time for me to make a difference.
But the game changer for Harold Hamm?
It says billionaire wildcatter Harold Hamm said he's sitting on one of the biggest oil fields in the world, right in America.
Pioneering horizontal drilling, leading the way to America's energy revolution. Take me back to who is this young man here?
This was a struggling young man trying to find his way.
When he was just 17 years old, pumping gas and attending Enid High School, Harold saw the excitement of the oil business.
Had all these old people around, and they were perhaps a little bigger than life than what I'd seen. Charismatic, generous folks.
So as a junior in high school, it was the assignment titled Oil Something Better,
Like I say, I wasn't a very good typist back then.
where Harold Hamm figured out what he wanted to do with the rest of his life.
I wrote the thesis, and by the time I was finished with it, I was a believer that that's what I wanted to do. And I've never wavered from that.
Harold Hamm started with a single mud truck on borrowed money and turned it into a billion-dollar energy business. Continental Resources daily produces close to 500,000 barrels of oil. Is this you?
That was me.
How old were you there?
I was probably 4 or 5. And these are my parents, Leland and Jane.
Born into poverty in Lexington, Oklahoma. You might say a humble beginning for the life of a young Harold Hamm. Harold was the 13th child born to sharecroppers. He picked cotton to help the family and remembers wondering if he'd have shoes to start school. This is where you grew up, right?
This was home, and all the schoolmates I had here. Keep in touch with them, still do.
We took Harold back to his home, to the street he grew up on. When you come back here, does it bring back a flood of memories?
A lot of memories, a lot of good memories, some not so good, but for the most part, they were good. We were a struggling family, that's for sure. Didn't have a lot.
What did those struggles teach you, Harold?
Well, they taught me hard work and what it meant to be responsible.
Across the bridge to his favorite diner,
Come here, they got the best breakfast, lunch. Hi.
we continued our conversation. How his influence has been felt around the world through the Harold Hamm Institute, the diabetes center that bears his name, and through philanthropy and education. The now 77-year-old says it's really the relationships from home that mean so much.
You know, everybody knows everybody, so it's a lot of fun to come here. And my classmates, we come here and join up sometimes. There's not a lot of us left, but we've got about 6 or 8 that, you know, steadily get together. My sister always said she liked her the best, but she was her favorite.
Harold Hamm was just honored as a hometown hero in Lexington.
We hereby proclaim as Harold Hamm Day in the city of Lexington, Oklahoma.
Sharing about his book with those who have witnessed his success.
Thank you.
And for the next generation, learning about his legacy.
I mean, it's just a dream. You know, I hope this book will inspire the next barefooted country boy that has a dream, that wants to do something bigger, perhaps change the world in some way or the other.